Here we have ordering fractions, lesson number 9. Now, here we have ordering fractions with the same denominator, and then we're going to have ordering fractions with the same numerator. Now, we think of it, the denominator is easier because this is my pizza's cut into 7 pieces. Which one's the most? Well, I think we all could hopefully take a wild guess and say who ate the most pizza. Okay, so it says least to greatest. So who ate the least? The person that had 4 pieces. So 4 sevens, then 5 sevens, and then finally 6 sevens. So if the denominators are all the same, all I do is look at the numerator. Okay, the numerator tells me which one is the smallest or the biggest, depending on which order we're going. Okay, then down here, if I'm ordering fractions, if my numerators are all the same, so 6, 6, and 6, okay, the closer the numerator is to the denominator, the larger the fraction. So here's 6 sevenths, here's 6 eighths, and here's 6 ninths. So you can see 6 sevenths is the biggest, and 6 and 7 are the closest together. Okay, next is 6 eighths, and then finally we have 6 ninths. So that is comparing fractions that have the same denominator and the same numerator. So give the video a pause, and I want you to try these two, and let's see what you come up with. So here are my answers. Greatest to least. So I paid attention to the directions. 9/10 is greater than 8/10, which is greater than 3/10. Here, with the same numerator, 3/4 is the biggest, then 3/8, then 3/10. So you'll notice that's down here, the smaller the denominator, the larger it is. Again, because the closer they are together, larger it is. Now, let's try something with a little bit of work here. Okay, this should be mental math. Okay, this is mental math. There's nothing required here. Here we got some work to do. Okay, we're going to order unlike fractions using the least common denominator. Okay, so these are comparing. We'll get to ordering here in just a second. So I'm comparing. So basically what I want to know is which one's bigger, 24 25ths or 19 20ths. Now, this is not the fun part. I'm going to use least common denominator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to list the multiples for 25 and 20. Now, worst case scenario, the least common multiple or least common denominator of 25 and 20 is 25 times 20. Hopefully, we can get something closer than that. Now, I know that if I count by 25s, I'm always going to say 25, 50, 75, 100. Those are going to be the endings. So 125, 150, 150, 175, and 200. So I know that pattern repeats. Okay, so I know that pattern repeats. So here, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140. So obviously you see the pattern that's repeating. So what's the smallest number they have in common? 100. So I've got to rewrite this with my common denominator, which is 100. Now, how do I get from 25 to 100? You're right. Times 4, quarters in a dollar. So this is 96. How do I get from 20 to 100? Times 5. So that's 95. So 24 25ths is greater than 19 20ths. So go ahead and give the video a pause and go ahead and try. Remember, the worst case scenario, I list the first 6 multiples of 11 and the first 11 multiples of 6. Hopefully there's one smaller, but there should not be one greater. Okay, to give the video a pause and give it a try. So here I had 66 as the least common denominator. So I wrote 66. How do I get from 6 to 66? Times 11. How do I get from 11 to 66? times 6. So I multiply the numerator by 6. And here I multiply the numerator by 7. 55 is greater than 54, so 9/11 is greater than 5/6. See what I mean by having a lot more work? Okay, so this is the stamp page. So this is what you're doing at school tomorrow. And we will see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your evening.